Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Dalton95 coming with another Transformers video. Today we're taking a look at something I've been meaning to get, but just haven't until now. G2 Universe Breakdown. So, I believe this is my final figure from Legacy United. There might be a few I still need to pick up. I need to go back through and look through all the listings. Actually, yeah, Soundwave and the Dino King. So, yeah, at least for now, this is the last one until I can get my hands on those. And, of course, the HasLab Omega Prime, since that's considered Legacy United. But there we go. 15 steps. You got the G2 vehicle mode. We'll go over the colors and everything later, but there's the artwork. So yeah, let's go ahead and get them opened and check them out. Alright, here we have G2 Breakdown out of his packaging. And once again, the color scheme is wrong. The teal is a very close match, from what I remember. But the purple should be a lot more on the pink side. From what I can recall, this coloring, same with the original Combiner Wars release, is based on, I believe, a fan art rendition of the G2 Stunticons. And for whatever reason, Hasbro is just going with that instead of the actual molded figure. And I did see this figure up in person at BotCon 2022 when my good friend Dakota opened up his. So like I know what the G2 one looks like in person, and yeah, this, for some reason, Hasbro's just still not quite getting the colors right. Now, as far as accessories go, he does have his blaster and his spoiler, which, you know, if you're not wanting to use it, has nowhere to go. Like, the dumbest added accessory they could have done. I don't know why they didn't make it a split spoiler that just stayed attached. Why they didn't give him two blasters. But here we are. And I like this configuration for the backpack instead of the ones they give us in the instructions with these folded down, because it looks stupid. So keep that folded up. Now, as far as other paint apps go, you do have this metallic blue for the face. You got yellow eyes. Of course, some nice silver there on the chest, waist, and crotch right there. You got some of that purple coming down all throughout the rim of the vehicle. Got the light there for that G2 Decepticon symbol. Unpainted rims. You got those stupid clip-on wheels. I'm hoping that Non-F does a set for this, much like they did for the regular G1 style. Now, I do have toy hacks on him. I do plan on getting the G2 stickers for the rest of the G2 Stunticons as well. But yeah, what Non-F has done, they've given him a spoiler that splits down the middle, as well as fillers for the abdomen section here, and these little pieces here for the rear rims. So you can see he does have that different head sculpt from the toy colored box set, which I do need to track down at some point. Like, it's not high priority right this second, but I would love to track that down to have that. As much as I like the regular Menosaur, I think it looks a little bit better. Now, bringing in his other G2 compatriots, we have Shadow Strip and G2 Dead End. So we're 3/5 of the way there. We still need Wild Rider and Motormaster, which, you know, there is supposedly another Target 4-pack coming out. I wonder if Wild Rider is going to be part of that. So we'll have those four, and then we just need a selects release or some sort of exclusive release of Motormaster to complete this set. Yeah, there they are. I've already done the comparison with Combiner Wars 1, but again, there he is. He is just a little bit shorter than the Combiner Wars 1, but design-wise, way better. Head is on a ball joint, but you only get a swivel out of it. He does have light piping, even though it's painted over, so kind of pointless. get these out of his hand so we can take care of articulation forward and around. Got bicep swivel, just the tiniest bit over 90, nothing at the wrist. Get a really tight waist swivel forward and back at the hips, thigh swivel, and these hips that are like detented to stop. Not really hold a pose when you get to like here. Like I want it just a slight A stance, and then it just goes right back to standing straight at attention. So I don't know. Little over 90 at the knee. Get all the way forward and full ankle tilt. And yeah, so there's breakdown. Let's go ahead and get them into vehicle mode. Flip in the fists, straighten out the arms. Take the head here, bring this whole section down, flip his head back. From here, go ahead and remove these sections here. Flip the head back up, bring this down, and just there for now. Go ahead and tab the legs together, split apart, flip that up on both sides, rotate the hips around, down, fold it up. Again, it's just like the Combiner Wars drag strip family mold. Or not drag strip, dead end. And by extension, Wild Rider, since he shares a mold with Wild Rider. So collapse that up. And these come around like that. And tab in. This whole section folds down. Tabs into place. We'll just give him back his spoiler. And his weapon will just plug into that rectangular tab under there. And there we have breakdown in vehicle mode. All right, so here we have breakdown in vehicle mode. And I mean, he does the job. I mean, he's certainly a vehicle. I don't know what they're going for here. From what I can recall, you know, they couldn't get any more budget for changing the tooling enough to make him a Lamborghini. So, I mean, they did what they could with the rear to change it, and I believe on the chest and head, and that's really as far as they could get with the new tooling. But at least with the toy style pack and then this version, they did change the windows to kind of vaguely give it that Lamborghini style look, even though the rest of it still screams Ferrari. Let's bring in, here is, of course, the regular version of breakdown with toy hacks added to make them look a little bit more cartoon accurate, and that new spoiler from Non-F, the new rims at the rear to make it look like a complete wheel instead of the weird clip-on wheel. Here is with Combiner Wars, who has the gold windows with the 94 racing because BotCon 1994, first ever BotCon, 31 years ago. So you got that. Oop, almost took away the wrong one. And here he is with Dead End and Shadow Strip. So again, we got a good 3/5 of the way through this G2 Menosaur. So hopefully we get the other two sooner than later. And to get him into leg mode, it is super simple. We'll just bring the windshield up to there, bring that down like that. That's it. There is combine mode. Just collapse that. So yeah, there you go. Combine mode. Just plug it onto the back of Menosaur's leg, and there we go. So go ahead and get him back into robot mode from here. Go ahead and untab legs from the side, and of course untab the spoiler. Bring this all down around. Put those in. Put that down. Put that out. These out. down the head, bring that out. Split these. Bring this whole thing back. At least it doesn't snap as loudly on this as it did on the Legacy version. Or the year one. Actually, technically, Evolution, yeah. Flip these up. There's that. Put that into there. Of course, get our legs and everything here. Plug his blaster in his hand, or you could take it and turn it into a weird spoiler machete, which I don't care for, so I'll just give him the blaster, and he can use the shield as some sort of bladed weapon, or just toss it to the side and pretend it doesn't exist. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on to final thoughts. All right, so getting into final thoughts on Breakdown, I mean, it's just a repaint of what we got with Legacy Year 2 with the head from the 5-pack. Those more based on the toy decos. So, I mean, not really much else to expect here. I just wish they would have gotten the colors right, which Hasbro has not been able to do since Commander Wars. It's much like what's going on with Shattered Glass Optimus, where they can't get the blue, that right muted color, and same with the purple. They always go for the typical Decepticon purple and then slightly muted blue, or just different off shade of blue, when it should be heavily muted, both the purple and the blue, to make it look dreary. This needed more of a pinkish color to the purple, as opposed to just, again, straight up typical Decepticon purple. That aside, I mean, of course, there's the issue with, the fact that he's not a Lamborghini, which can't really escape that. Unfortunately, I wish they would have been able to get the budget to mold it, but here we are. So, I do have my problems with it, but I'm still happy nonetheless to have a new G2 Breakdown, and hopefully soon an actual decently articulated and one that doesn't fall apart on itself G2 Menasor. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Try to keep it short as I could anyways. So be sure to check out those links down below. Be sure to check out the rest of my Legacy playlist. I still got some catching up to do on getting some of the figures from that line. Also still have catching up to do with getting reviews out. But for the time being, it's going to be just one video a week. Plus, my bi-weekly stream that I've been doing with my friend Alan. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll catch you in the next one. So long. Take care.